Hey everyone, it's time for the first episode of Baseball Talk Podcast. Hope you are having a good day. Here are your hosts Alex and Jack. Let's get into it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our first episode of Baseball Talks. In this podcast we'll be talking about baseball itself, MLB, like it. Anyways, so today's topics are going to be spring training in 6 days, recent free agent signings, and baseball drama. Anyways, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Alright everyone, so our first topic today is going to be about it is going to be spring training. Spring training is in about 6 days, I think. Yeah, 6 days. It starts in, starts in a couple days. Yeah, so it starts on the 17th, which is in about 6 days at the time of recording this, but it will be 5 days when you watch this, or even less. Anyways, yeah, so at the time of recording this, there are still a couple free agents which haven't been signed too, which we'll go into detail about that later. Anyways, Jack, well, what is your opinion on the offseason of baseball so far, like the MLB offseason? Like, it's so weird so far.
As of 2021, as of every time, my favorite team is the White Sox, and I think that, I forget who, but I'm pretty sure they signed like a pitcher and traded some young players.
The White Sox are actually one of the favorites to win the 2021 World Series. And my favorite team, the Yankees, have done a few very good pickups. Firstly, they've re-signed DJ LeMahieu, the best contact hitter in baseball, basically, and the best second baseman in baseball.
With Jose Abreu becoming MVP,
yes.
I think, and I hope that he's going to do very well this season.
Yeah, well, DJ LeMahieu came in second for MVP, didn't he?
Yep.
I feel like DJ LeMahieu should have won it this year, but that's a very biased opinion from a Yankees fan. Anyways, so the White Sox and the Yankees are expected to be the two teams in the AL who, in the American League, who are supposed to contend for the World Series. Yeah, so think of this. The Yankees are supposed to win their division. The White Sox are supposed to win their division, even though that's going to be very hard because in their division there is a lot of very good teams in there, like the Royals, who just got Andrew Benintendi, I think. There's also also the Indians, who have always been a very good team to win the World Series. They have the what's it called? The Twins?
Trevor Bauer?
Oh, no. Trevor Bauer signed with the Dodgers, I believe. Yeah, he did.
Oh. So
yeah,
the Dodgers also, I think, are going to be very great this year.
Yes.
First of all, they have Clayton Kershaw. And since they signed Mookie Betts last year, they have a good hitter. And Mookie Betts isn't even the only good hitter.
Yeah. The Dodgers' starting rotation is loaded. First, it goes Clayton Kershaw, who is actually one of the best pitchers pitchers in a baseball ever to exist. Then there goes Walker Buehler, who's a very good pitcher, and then it goes Trevor Bauer, and then I forgot the last two people who were in it. Yeah, so and they also have Mookie Betts.
Their pitchers are stacked.
Yes. Yeah, so their team is supposed to win the World Series. Let's all hope not, because Jack and I are both very good AL fans. So we're both hoping that the Dodgers are eliminated, because that's gonna be so much easier to do, though. Because if I feel like Trevor Bauer, I feel like he's gonna have a bad year this year, if we're being honest, because he only had one good year, which was in 2020. He
could be in his prime.
Yeah, the thing is, Trevor Bauer has been accused of cheating, and he actually admitted to cheating, but he didn't admit to the point where he would be basically fired or he'd be suspended. But yeah, so he may be cheating, and he probably is.
And I also partly agree that he might not do as well as he did last year.
Yeah, because last year
he probably isn't in his prime.
no, yeah,
Because I think he could be too old to be starting his prime, since his only really good year was last year. And if he was young, then I would think that he'd be starting his prime. But he isn't his third year or something. He's not that young, so.
yeah. And there's also some other things, which is, first of all, last season was only 60 games. Sometimes it's hard because who knows, maybe if it was a full 162 games, he could have lost all of the rest of his starts or something, because it was only 60 games, so you can't really judge someone by that. But I think in
True.
2018 he had a decent season, but it wasn't as good as his 2021. And yeah, so I honestly do not think he is going to put up the same numbers as he put in 2020, but it's a very solid pickup, and I feel as the Dodgers have a great opportunity to win the World Series. You know, the Mets, apparently, only a couple hours before the Mets had a couple hours before the Mets even, okay, a couple hours before the Dodgers signed him, the Mets some people reported that the Mets signed him for a couple years, but then the Dodgers signed him. I'm honestly confused, because they first said the Mets, then the Dodgers, then the Mets, then the Dodgers. It's like how much time is he gonna sign? Anyways, yeah. So moving on from Trevor Bauer, there are also some really good free agents that signed this year. JT Realmuto, he went back to the Phillies. JT Realmuto is one of the best catchers in baseball. What are your thoughts on that, Jack?
I haven't really heard of him before. I mean, I'm not the best baseball expert, but I would trust your opinion.
Yeah, I feel
last year, the White Sox had Yasmani Grandal and James McCann, and James McCann did sign with somebody else.
Yeah, he signed with the Mets.
Yeah, so they're gonna have. James McCann is also a pretty good catcher.
Yes, he is. Even though, who's the White Sox catcher then? Who's?
Yasmani Grandal.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He used to be the Dodgers catcher.
Oh, then that's good, because the Dodgers' only players are good players. But, yeah, so I feel like the White Sox, in my opinion, they have a very strong chance at winning the World Series this year. Their entire bullpen is loaded. Their team is loaded. They have so many good starting pitchers. It's just, I feel like the main contenders in the American League is going to be the Yankees versus the White Sox. Sadly, it's my favorite team versus Jack's favorite team. That's very sad. Even though this is crazy. The Red Sox aren't even supposed to make the playoffs this year. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they've been pretty good for a bunch of years.
I know, it's crazy how how do the Red Sox manage to not make the playoffs? Okay, I get it was one bad year, they couldn't make a comeback last year, but they're supposed to not even make the playoffs this year. Also, the Red Sox just traded Andrew Benintendi, who was a very good player in 2018, but that was when the Astros were cheating, though. That's the thing. Or I mean, not the Astros, when the Red Sox were cheating. This is very unknown. The Red Sox actually cheated in 2018, but it wasn't as known well as the Astros cheating scandal. But it sucks how all of these very cocky AL teams are just. I have no idea how they are doing this. It's so weird. Anyways, yeah, so let's move on to a new topic. DJ LeMahieu, who is one of the best second basemen in baseball, actually re-signed with the Yankees. So DJ LeMahieu, he's still in the prime of his career. He's always been a very good contact hitter, but when he went to New York, he became better than when he was in the Rockies field, because also Nolan Arenado, the St. Louis Cardinals gave them literally nothing for Arenado, and yeah, so Arenado is also one of the best third basemen in baseball. And what is the Cardinals' World Series chances after trading for him? What do you think?
When I think of the Cardinals, I think of the football team, but I don't know a bunch about the Cardinals because I haven't been following the Cardinals at all.
Okay. I'll explain it to you. The Cardinals have a really good starting rotation, but their offense is really bad. Their best hitter is Matt Carpenter, who's not even that much of a good hitter. But Matt Carpenter's decent, but he's not that good. He's considered a power hitter, but I don't think he really is. Yeah, so now they have Arenado, which that's very good for their offense. Yeah, so the Cardinals are trying to improve their offense because their starting pitching is very good. Yeah, so that's some information on it, Jack.
The Yankees, I've always thought about like the best team, and I don't usually root for the like really good teams. I'm usually like a type of guy who would root for their like own team. And I usually just the teams that are really good, and not even that I don't like. I just usually don't like them.
Y'all, the Yankees have not been really good over the last 10 years. They've in the last 10 years they haven't won a single AL pennant, and they haven't even made the World Series. They haven't even won the ALCS. So yeah, the Yankees have not been that good, and this year the Yankees have a very strong chance of winning the World Series, but that's going to have to be, they first have to beat the White Sox and the Dodgers. The toughest one is the Dodgers, and believe me, the White Sox are going to be very tough to beat. The White Sox could even beat the Yankees. Actually, no, it's a 50-50 chance, because, okay, this is my predictions for the ALCS, or I mean the ALDS, or I mean the playoffs this year. I feel as in the in the American League, yeah, so there's gonna be 4 teams. Yeah, so the Yankees are gonna win their division. The White Sox are going to win their division. And lastly, I feel as the Athletics are going to win their division. Because I don't feel like the Dodgers or I mean not the Dodgers, the Astros are a big threat anymore. And then the wild card, I think that it's gonna be the Astros versus the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays are gonna win. So the 4 teams in the playoffs are going to be the Blue Jays, the what's it called? The
White Sox?
Yes, the White Sox, the Athletics, and the Yankees. I think the Yankees will go up against the Blue Jays in the ALDS, and the Yankees will win the series in 4 games. The White Sox, the Blue Jays will put up a good fight, but the Yankees will end up coming on top, and they will win the LDS. And then, in my opinion, then the White Sox are going to go up against the Athletics, and I think honestly,
like last year.
Yes, and I think honestly that although the Athletics beat them last year, the White Sox have been so good over the last few seasons have been so good this offseason. The White Sox are going to win an easy 3 games. They're going to sweep the Athletics 3-0. Each game is going to be very close, but the White Sox are going to come on top. And then after that, it goes to ALCS. That's going to be the Yankees versus the White Sox, which this could 100% be wrong. But Jack, do you agree on this, that the Yankees and the White Sox will be in the ALCS this year?
I would think so.
Yeah. So
I don't really know a bunch about the Yankees,
I know.
but I know a lot about the White Sox.
It's just you're
So
starting.
if I would say the White Sox would win, then I'd probably be wrong. Because I know that DJ LeMahieu is pretty good. Also, Edwin Encarnacion used to be on the Yankees, I think.
Yo, Edwin Encarnacion is not on the Yankees anymore. Yeah, so
He's on the White Sox last year.
yeah. But okay, I'm gonna tell you the Yankees starting lineup and the starting rotation. Yeah, so first I'm gonna go into the Yankees rotation. First, it's gonna be Garrett Cole, who's one of the best pitchers in a baseball. Then
Yeah,
after,
I know who that is.
yes, and then after that is it's gonna be Corey Kluber, who won that Cy Young in 2017. And then after that, that's going to be Jameson Taillon, who's been a very good pitcher for the Pirates. And then after that, I believe, who am I missing? The Yankees signed 2 starters. I forgot who I'm missing. Oh yeah, Luis Severino, who's going to come back in the middle of June. Who used to be the Yankees ace, and also is very dominant or good during the playoffs. And yeah, so and then it's Jordan Montgomery, who's gonna be the 5th spot, who did very nice in the ALCS last year, and it's his 2nd year back from Tommy John surgery. Yeah, so and the Yankees lineup is going to be DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Luke Voit. Then after that, oh yeah, Giancarlo Stanton. Then I think it is going to be, what's his name? Gleyber Torres. At 6, it's going to be Urshela. Then Gardner. I think the Yankees are going to re-sign Gardner. Then at the number 8 spot, that's going to be Sanchez. And then at the number 9, it's going to be Frazier. Yeah, so that's the Yankees lineup. Yeah, so
Nice.
so that's a very good nice lineup. Anyways, tell me the White Sox lineup to see, because I want to compare these 2 teams.
Alright, so the first baseman is Jose Abreu.
Oh yes, he's one of the best first basemen in baseball.
The second baseman, I forget. It's some guy who like can hit and he's really fast.
Oh, okay, then that's a good. Yeah, so that's very good. Yeah, so comparing these 2 teams, to be honest,
Do you want me to tell you the rest?
yes, yeah. Tell me.
Alright, so the third baseman is Yohan Moncada, which is pretty good.
Yes, he's one of the best contact hitters in baseball. I think he's a contact hitter. Is he? Is he a contact hitter?
I would say he is a contact hitter. Yeah.
Okay. And then
And the catcher this year is gonna be Yasmani Grandal.
who I kind of know, he's pretty good. He's
Yeah, he was like the best catcher like 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, well, he's still pretty decent.
Yeah, and the right fielder is Eloy Jimenez, which was a rookie like 2 years ago.
Mm.
A year ago.
Yeah, so that's kind of like Torres, Gleyber Torres.
Yeah, and then center fielder. I actually can forget who's the center fielder. Oh, it's Luis Roberts, and he's a prospect this year. He's good.
Okay.
Okay.
And then after,
And the left fielder, I forget.
okay. And what is your starting rotation, like your pitchers?
Oh, the pitchers. I know that they have what's his name? Lucas Giotto or something.
Lucas Julia.
Yeah, Lucas Giolito.
I'll have
Then they have the guy that was talking about earlier that they just signed this year.
no, I'm just gonna go ahead and for me. I'm not gonna pick the one.
some other prospect last year. He opted out because of coronavirus. But he might play this year.
Okay.
But yeah, and I kind of forgot the rest.
All right. Yeah. So that's a very good team.
The White Sox isn't like they don't have old players. Jose Abreu, he could be like ending soon, but like Luis Roberts and Eloy Jimenez, like we have a lot of like really young guys. So if we're good for like a few years, the rookies, the young guys, just need to like I think know the team more, and then just like know the coaching and all that, and then I think our team would be very good
Yeah. So
for like 3 years.
Yeah, so I know this is going to sound very biased, but in my opinion, I don't think the White Sox have the starting pitching that the Yankees do, if we're being honest here.
They have really good pitching. Just I forget their names. You can look it up, but
No, but I feel like Garrett Cole can easily beat Luis Roberts. Kluber could beat that other dude. I forgot who you said. That other dude. I feel like Jameson Tyone can easily beat your first starting pitcher. Severino, who used to be one of the best pitchers in baseball, could probably beat a lot of your best pitchers. So if we're being honest here, I think the Yankees starting rotation is just a teeny bit better than the White Sox. But that doesn't
the White Sox have a lot of good like backup pitching.
I know.
Oh, they also have this guy, this rookie from last year, and every pitch he throws like close to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
It's a
I know that
fastball.
dude. But the thing,
Yeah.
but the thing is, I know the White Sox. This is really hard to decide because these two teams are so good. It's so hard to decide who will win. I'm gonna be honest here. It's 100% going to be a 7-game series. But in my opinion, drumroll please. I know this may sound very biased, but I feel like I'm probably going to be wrong here. This is a 50-50 chance, but I feel like the Yankees will probably win. Because the only reason why is because their starting rotation is just a teeny bit better. Like it's not far better. It's just a little bit better to the point where, like, they have, at the beginning of the rotation, they will probably win games 1 and 2. It's just the bottom of the rotation, which the White Sox will win, probably. Because Montgomery, I think the White Sox number 5 guy could easily beat Montgomery, because Montgomery is actually not that good. Also, Severino, he's coming back from Tommy John surgery. And he's probably going to be like 4th in the rotation. And I feel as he will probably be beat. And then it's going, yeah, so the Yankees will win the first 3 games of the series 100%. But then they will but then the Yankees will but then the White Sox will probably win the last 2 games, and then they're gonna have, and then the Yankees starting rotation, I feel like they're gonna lose for the 2nd time in the series, and then the Yankees are going to come up on top on the 7th game. Jack, what do you think on this opinion? I know you probably do not think well, but that's just my opinion. It's very biased, if we're being honest, but you can have your own opinion. In my opinion, I think the Yankees would win, but it's very possible for the White Sox to win. Like, I feel like the White Sox have a very good chance of making the World Series and winning it. But anyways, yeah, so what's your thoughts on that, and what's your predictions for the
I would
ALCS?
think that it's going to be a 6-game series.
6 games? How? It's one of the best teams in MLB. I don't really know how that's a 6-game series, but okay, whatever.
Well, don't you have to win like 3 games? No, you have to win 4 games, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
Yeah, so I think the Yankees are gonna win 1, then the White Sox are gonna win 2, and then I think the Yankees are gonna win again, then the White Sox will win the rest.
but the thing
Oh wait,
is,
yeah, 7 games. Sorry.
yeah, well, the thing is, the Yankees, Cole is better than Luis Robert, so that's the easy game 1 win for them. And then I think that's
Luis
understood.
Roberts is really good.
I know, but Cole's better than him. Cole's one of the
Yeah, Cole is really good.
Yes, Cole's better, a little bit better than him. I'm not downing it. Luis Roberts is really good. It's just he can't really compete with Garrett Cole that much.
Wait, are you saying that Luis Roberts hitting against him?
Oh no! Oh God, I'm talking about the wrong ace. Who's their ace again?
Lucas Giolito.
Yeah, so Lucas
He's an
Giolito.
all-star, like pretty much. He was all-star last year and a bunch of. He's really good.
I know, but
I would think Garrett Cole is better.
Yeah.
A bit better.
yeah, because that. Yeah, so I think the Yankees will get an easy game 1 of them the series because they have that true ace, Garrett Cole, who is very, very good. But then, after that, Garrett Cole.
I wouldn't think it's an easy game though.
It'll be a very close game. I feel like it's probably gonna be 1-0 or something like that, because that's gonna be a very low scoring game. Trust me. But the thing is, remember the wild card game 1. Shane Bieber's one of the actually no, he won the Cy Young, and the most runs in the regular season he ever allowed was 2, and the Yankees smacked him for 7 earned runs. So you may think that your starting pitcher is good, but the Yankees have a tendency of smacking or of like destroying the other team's ace. So I know, but whenever you expect your ace to do good against the Yankees, just think of that. The Yankees have
Is Giancarlo Stanton still on the Yankees?
yes. Even though
Yeah.
he's been a failure.
He's a bit old though.
He's been a failure for them. He's been injured every season so far. So it sucked. If the Yankees have a full season with their healthy people, I think they could easily beat the White Sox. But if they get injured, then the White Sox are probably gonna win. But okay. Yeah, so let's judge by the Yankees have a full healthy rotation and the White Sox have a full healthy team. I feel like that would be a 7-game series because the White Sox, I'm gonna admit it, they have the things that they have to beat the Yankees. But if the White Sox are going to beat the Yankees, their number 2 and number 3 and number 4 and number 5 pitchers are going to have such good years, and they're going to have like awesome years. Also, there's this dude called Deivi Garcia. He's one of the biggest prospects in MLB, and when in this year, on his rookie year, when he was with the Yankees, he did very good. His control was good, even though he had a big ERA, but you really shouldn't judge him from that. His whip was good. Everything was good about him that year, and we're watching a potential breakout season. Also, it's Clark Schmidt, who was the Yankees' number 1 prospect, who is expected to go to the MLB this year. And just think of all of these people who on the Yankees who could make a potential number 5 and or number 4, and just compare that to the White Sox rotation. What are your thoughts on this? On like that rotation and which rotation will dominate? What do you think?
Well, I can't tell who's gonna be starting pitchers and the backup pitchers because they have a lot of guys who could be both, I would think. And Lucas Giolito, definitely a starter.
Yes.
Michael Kopech, he opted out last season, and he was a pretty good rookie that was supposed to be doing well. for the
Really?
White Sox, but he opted out because of coronavirus.
Who did?
And I would think that he would come back and he would do well for the White Sox. And since he's back, I think they have a better shot at the World Series. And since they signed a new pitcher, I would think they have a better chance of getting into the World Series
No, also,
winning it than from last year.
just saying, the Yankees signed 2 pitchers. And yeah, so I feel like it's so hard to think. I can't really come up with an opinion about the 2021 ALCS. I think the Yankees will come out on top, but at the same time, the White Sox have a better offense than the Yankees right now. The White Sox, it's very bold to say that, but as a personal Yankee fan, I feel like the White Sox have an outstanding chance to win the World Series. It's just, the Yankees are slightly better in every compartment, just a little bit better. And it's just so hard to decide because the Yankees could win, the White Sox could win. But anyways, so let's give our graph on the World Series. Let's first we'll give the graph on the Yankees making the World Series and then the White Sox. Yeah, so first I'm gonna say my opinion on the Yankees, and then you're gonna say your opinion on the White Sox. Yeah, so in the World Series, the Yankees would start Cole again for the first game, and against Kershaw, I believe that the Dodgers would win the first game, or yeah, I think the Dodgers would win the first game 100% because Kershaw is way better than Cole. But the thing is, Kershaw, actually no, I want to change my opinion. I think the Yankees would win because Kershaw's out of his prime now, and he isn't as good as he used to. Yeah, so I feel like the Yankees. Also, Kershaw has a tendency of being horrible in the playoffs. Yeah, so after Kershaw, then that's going to be Walker Buehler, and I think Walker Buehler could beat Luis Severino coming back from Tommy John. Yeah, so that's gonna be 1-1, and then number 3 that's gonna be Corey Kluber, who against I forgot that dude's name. Oh yeah, Trevor Bauer. I think the Dodgers would win Game 3 if Trevor Bauer has a season, which everyone is expecting. Then I think they win Game 3. But then Game 4 they have Jameson Taillon against I forgot that dude's name. I think that the Dodgers number 4 starter is not very good. And yeah, so I think the Yankees would win Game 4, would win the 4th game, and then after the 4th game, then it's Jordan Montgomery, which I think honestly would. The Yankees' number 5 spot is actually supposed to be better than their number 4 spot. Yeah, so I honestly think that they're gonna win the 5th game, and then that's going to be a tied series. Actually, no, it's gonna be 3-2 Yankees. But then it's gonna be the ace again, and this time I think Kershaw will come on top. Yeah, so then that's going to be 6 games, and then on Game 7, that is going to be Walker Buehler versus Luis Severino, and my prediction is that Walker Buehler will win, and the Dodgers will win the World Series. Yeah, so this is entirely possible that the AL will win the World Series. Anyways, yeah, so that's my graph. Now, Jack, you can tell your graph on the World Series and stuff.
Who I would think who would be in the World Series?
No. I mean, if the White Sox made the World Series against the Dodgers, what do you think would happen?
I would think that first game they'd start Giolito, and second, I would think Michael Kopech might not choose to be in this season though. So
So if he was then.
What?
If he was
then I think he'd be starting the 3rd game. Well, yeah, I think that, and then for the 2nd game, I would think it's that I really don't know though because
Yeah, so Walker Buehler, who's also one of the best pitchers in baseball, is going to start the 3rd game. Yeah, so just Google who the White Sox number 3 reliever or I mean starting pitcher is, and then give your input. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, Jack is Googling it. I honestly just want to say, either way, the Dodgers would easily win the World Series. Which that is.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers have the best shot at winning the World Series this year because they have a lot of really good players.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if the Dodgers won the World, if the Dodgers get a single injury to their pitcher rotation, that's an easy win for the AL team who's gonna face them. Like, let's say Trevor Bauer gets injured or has a bad year. That's an easy third game win for the AL team, which they all have very good number 3 pitchers, I think. And yeah, so that's going to be a very easy third win. And yeah, so if any of the Dodgers starting pitching gets injured for the postseason, then I honestly think that the Dodgers will lose it probably. But if they have everyone healthy, then the Dodgers will win it probably. And this is coming from a Yankee fan, so. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so is there anything else we want to talk about? If we don't want to, before we conclude the podcast?
Not from me, but I mean, yeah. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching our podcast. We will make podcasts about many different sports, like about the football, NBA. Yeah, so tell us what podcasts you want us to make. We'll just be continuing the baseball one. Anyways, yeah, so tell us how our predictions and our opinion on the season is. Anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching, and goodbye.